I like to listen to a narration when watching a television program. I know that the material has been researched and thought about, and is endeavouring to be as helpful and informative as possible. It helps me understand what I am looking at. For a wildlife or nature film, the commentary sometimes also serves the purpose of injecting an emotional response, although at times this can be manipulated so that we are led to believe that the animals think like we do. But on the whole, narrations add to our experience if done sensitively. What about sports commentaries? Information about past achievements is often used to draw a favourable or unfavourable comparison with the action as it is happening. Emotions are heightened with the purpose of making the viewers feel that they are part of the crowd, and so keeping their attention, much to the delight of those underwriting the programme through sponsorship or advertising. Sometimes one is glad that the player cannot hear some of the meaner comments, criticism of the failed goal or the missed opportunity. The commentary nobody wants is from someone who speaks out of turn, offering advice just as you are about to hit the nail with the hammer, or giving map directions when you are in a tricky or dangerous driving situation. They may be genuinely wanting to help, or perhaps their judicious timing may have a hidden agenda to undermine. Supposing someone was sitting beside you while you are taking a fast shorthand dictation, waiting for your hand to hesitate before they jump in with their innocent observation about the diminishing prospects of your being able to finish the piece and read it back. You would only suffer this once before you dealt very firmly with them. I was not wise to this when learning shorthand, and suffered endless hold-ups, whilst my personal, internal running commentary department provided me with numerous variations on this theme. I think it was in league with the comfort zone department, and they were both trying to save their lazy skins from further disturbances to their life of ease and tranquil contentment. It chose its moment to intervene very carefully for maximum effect. On the few occasions when I had the sense to refuse those thoughts, I managed to catch up and continue, but never really applied myself to finding out how these essential little victories could be repeated at will. The thoughts of failure and alarm came in without being summoned, and without my permission. In the royal courts of ancient history, no one was allowed to approach the king without being specifically summoned, under penalty of death. This is illustrated graphically in the Bible account of Queen Esther, who dared to approach King Xerxes in order to save her family and her people from the impending massacre. She stood in his inner court so that he would notice her from his throne room. If he held out his gold sceptre to her, she would then be permitted to enter and speak to him. If not, she would lose her life. Not even her privileged position of queen gave her any right to intrude. She succeeded in her mission, and the plotter, the evil Haman, also felt the effects of the king's ultimate authority. If I could cultivate some of that king's fearless attitude, I could banish the impudent running commentary to its fate. Past high-speed writer Emily D. Smith gave us the answer to this temptation to hesitate and waver. She recommended getting into the frame of mind where you tell yourself that the dictation is never going to end, and so there is no point in hoping that the allotted minutes are nearly over. You might just as well get on and write the outlines, unimpeded by any other considerations. Later on, you can consider any genuine issues, but not in the middle of a dictation. Whatever the flavour of the intruding thoughts, they find the door shut in their face. They don't have an invitation. They were not summoned, and they are not on your to-do list, your monthly planner, or even your 10-year diary. You will let them know if their application to be heard was successful, and they may never hear from you at all. I think that settles the matter. If only I can train myself to actually do it.